Welcome to Grampy's Garage. I'm Grampy. What's that behind me? That's my 1974 Pontiac Ventura. I drove her into the garage in 2018, stripped her down, and have been gathering parts for her ever since. Yeah, it's been a few years. Two years ago, I had it media blasted and put her on a rotisserie this past summer. My plan for this car should be a resto mod. It's got a few things to do to it. As you can see, the tailboard here, it's all rotted out. It's got the typical rust you'd find on any Nova, Buick, Pontiac, Oldsmobile of this era and this body style. It's got some pretty bad rust down here in the inner wheelhouse. This quarter's been changed, the other one has not. I decided I'm going to go ahead and put these Detroit Speed mini tubs in it. Got to put a firewall on it, finish up the floor patch. I've got inner and outer rockers for it. This quarter has not been changed. It has seen better days, but I think I can work that out. A couple months ago, I decided to buy a parts car for it. And that's what that's off of. I brought the parts car home on a trailer and cut it up for the parts that I needed. Today, we're going to look at different ways we can get spot welds out. I need to salvage these cross braces for the roof section because when I was getting my car ready for media blasting, like an idiot, I bent down on this and it creased. So the only way I'm going to be able to fix that properly is to replace it. I noticed that the hood behind me has a cross brace that goes front to back, as well as one that goes, the one I need, going side to side. I'm actually going to put both in it, so just make it a little more sturdy. So what are we going to do to this thing today? We're going to look at different ways we can get the spot welds out. What tools do we need? Well, there's several different ways to do this. A lot of people buy the spot weld cutters. Those can be difficult. If you're not careful, you go right through both pieces of metal. I found using a burr tool such as this can be a little more effective and a lot less damaging to the metal you're trying to save than using a spot weld cutter such as this. So we're going to look at different ways to do this. Let's see what we can do. Some of the areas where you have spot welds, a lot of times there's rust or paint or body work above them. By cleaning up the areas where you're going to remove the spot welds with a wire brush, wire wheel, you'll be able to identify exactly where you have to remove the spot welds. So let's get started. No matter if you're using a drill bit or if you're using a spot weld cutter, you want to use a center punch. in the center of your spot weld. Give you a spot where your spot weld cutter will not walk on you, because they do tend to walk. This particular spot weld cutter is through Bad Dog Tools out of Rhode Island. Let's see, 3/8 or 5/16. So let's look at our drill bits here. I'm going to go with the 5/16 to start off with. You're trying not to go through both pieces of metal, and it's very hard with these. So you've got to go slow. See, it walks. Yeah, it's walking. Well, that spot weld wasn't even attached to the whole brace. Go slow. Before you know it, you're through. Let's try our deburring tool. drill a pilot hole. I'm going to cut this. I don't need, for my car, I don't need any of this window channel. There we go. I'm gonna try another tool. Try the sander right here. Got this for Christmas. Ingersoll Rand. And of course the compressor is gonna kick on. Actually, I have plenty of air. Another tool you can use is an air hammer. Save that. It's like doing surgery. Ah, stop walking. Felt a little pop there, so I believe I went through the spot weld, but not all the way through. Lock it back and forth. There's one right there. Went through. Knew I was going to. You can totally get impatient with this. Well, not that bad actually. That'll clean up pretty good. All right, let's get on to the next one. So we've used the drill bit, we've used the spot weld cutter, we've used the air hammer, we've used the belt sander. Come on. Patience with the drill bit and the spot weld cutter and the deburring tool actually worked out, where on this side, patience wasn't my friend. And that's because it's actually nestled underneath 2 layers of metal on the side on the side part of the roof. So let's clean this up. We know where our landmarks are here. Now we know where our landmarks are there. Maybe we can be a little more careful over here. So there are no spot welds here, but there is a weld right there. So let's take a die grinder. Turn this behemoth off. That was easy. Let's go over to the other one. So we know we have one there, we know we have one there, we know we have one there. This actually looks like we have a couple here, but alright, Let's try this. Drill bit. Why not use the one I just sharpened, right? Oh. There's more than one way to skin a cat. There's one right there. Actually, it looks like there's two there. I'll go with one for now. see how we did. All right, so over here we started off with a drill bit, spot weld cutter. We tried the deburring tool, which actually makes you lose sight of the spot weld. Depends on the spot weld too. And then over here, we use the deburring. We do use the drill bit. We use the spot weld cutter, and then we started on using the air hammer. Over here, there were no spot welds. It was just welded along the seam. And now we have our piece. And I'm gonna mark this so I know which direction it goes. Put an F here for front and rear. All right. So as you can see, a little bit of damage to the under piece, the piece I want to keep. Even where we use the air hammer, again, some damage. I went through that one. Actually, that one pulled out when I was air hammering, but the other side looks pretty good. This side was the side that was seam welded, and then the side that we just did, I actually was able to get everything out. All of the spot welds broke free without going through. And then actually what I can do now is I can go back and I can just clean the metal up there, and once I get this one out, I can just weld it back in. But that's a little ways off. Not bad. Well, that's going to do it for today. We got all four sides of this little bracket that's in the roof taken out. We use several different methods to drill out and break the spot welds, which I think they all pretty much work equally as good. It's just a matter of patience and just taking your time and making sure not to go through the piece that you want to save, because obviously you want to be able to weld to something. So again, thanks for hanging out today. The next videos coming up are going to be all about the Pontiac and putting her together. Got a lot of work to do. Please like and share, and I'll see you in the next one.